Institute. We are so grateful that you have taken time out of your busy day to be with us this evening. It's our pleasure to be partnering with the FSU Federalist Society and Jared Blanchard and the rest of you all who are here with us this evening. And we're just privileged to have Justice Canady, who will be more formally introduced in just a moment. As I said, I am Bob McClure, President and CEO of the James Madison Institute. The Institute is based here in Tallahassee, and we are a nonpartisan public policy organization. And while we're based in Tallahassee, we at any one point might have a staffer or doing a radio or a television show or an event from Key West to the Alabama line. And so we're at all points across the state. And really the Institute's goal is essentially to do two things: to promote freedom at every turn and liberty, and then also to be a part of the solution as we deal with the important public policy issues in Florida. You may or may not know, I would argue, that Florida is the most important state in the union when it comes to public policy. We're a bellwether state. If you look at Florida's demographics, essentially 12 to 14% Hispanic and African American, rural, urban, growth, transportation, all of the great issues taking place in Florida are the great debates that are taking place across the country, including the role of government in our daily lives. And so it's incumbent upon all of us, me as a fifth-generation Floridian, you all as a citizen of the great state of Florida, to focus and to really seek out, have serious conversations about what the Constitution means, what the public policy issues are that are important to us in this state. And so I challenge you and ask that you think about those things as we go forward, and not just until November. That's the simple and easy answer, but what lies beyond November as we focus on the important issues related to the state. So thank you again for being here. I want to say two things that are housekeeping issues. If you are a high school student and you have been told if you came tonight you could get extra credit, find any one of our staff members who are here. If you're with the JMI staff, raise your hand. Anybody who's raising their hand will sign your program, and you will be able to get that extra credit that we all yearned for when we were in high school. I certainly did. I needed as much as I could get. And I'm going to ask Ann Jackson Miller McClure to come forward. She's going to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance, so I'd ask that you stand. And as she's standing, if you are a college student and you're interested in interning with the Institute, please go to our website or speak with any one of us. We have a healthy and robust intern program, and we have a number of interviews and opportunities each semester. So welcome, and please join Ann Jackson. And Ann Jackson's going to lead the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. I would now ask our Director of Operations, Becky Liner's going to come forward and ask you to pull out your green sheet. You have a quiz. I bet you didn't know that when you came in today. And she's going to lead you in the quiz before Jared introduces Justice Canady. Becky?
Okay, I know some of you just came in and might not have had too much time to look this over, and we're not going to spend a whole lot of time on it, but we thought on Constitution Day it would be appropriate if we tested your knowledge of the Constitution. So somebody want to just shout out how many of these 20 phrases, how many of them are actually in the Constitution? I have 11, 13, 4, I heard 9. Any other guesses? 5, 12. None of them? 10. Okay, anybody got another guess? We covered just about every number. 20. It's not 20. All right, the winner is 10. Yeah, 10. Let me go over it with you real quickly so you know. Number 1 is in the Constitution. Number 2 is not. It's on our money. Number 3 is in the Constitution. 5 is in the Declaration of Independence. 6, anybody want to guess where 6 is from? Ben Franklin. It's actually from nowhere. We just kind of made it up. I don't know, maybe. I mean, some people say it's in the Bible. It's not in the Bible. It's not in the Constitution. It's not in the Declaration of Independence. But hey, okay, maybe Ben Franklin. We'll say it's Ben Franklin then. So, sounds good to us. Okay, 7 is actually in the Constitution. 8, I want to ask if anybody knows where 8 is from. That's correct. It's in a letter from Thomas Jefferson. So, not the Constitution, not the Declaration of Independence. 9 is the Declaration of Independence. 11 is the Constitution. 12 is the Constitution. I'm sorry. 10 is the Constitution. 11 is the Constitution. 12 is the Declaration of Independence. 13 is in the Pledge of Allegiance. 14, 15, 16, all in the Constitution. 17 is in the Star Spangled Banner. 18 is in the Constitution, and 19 and 20 are in the Declaration of Independence. And our good friends from the Federalist Society brought some copies of the Constitution if any of you need to brush up on that. It's over here on this table. So, all right, Jared, I'm going to turn it over to you.
Evening, everyone. I'm Jared Blanchard. I'm the president of the Federalist Society here in Florida State. The Federalist Society is a nonpartisan, conservative, libertarian organization dedicated to fostering balanced and open debate about the fundamental principles of freedom, federalism, and judicial restraint. The Federalist Society seeks to educate the legal community through its programs and publications about how limited constitutional government based on the rule of law can have a positive effect on law and public policy. Now, before I begin introducing the Chief Justice, I just want to let all FedSoc members here know that a recent development has occurred, and there's an opportunity tomorrow to meet with Judge Griffith of the D.C. Court of Appeals. It will be in room 326 here at 1:30, and there will be donuts and Coca-Cola. Also, before I begin, I want to thank JMI for their efforts putting this together, and also for the Young Americans for Liberty and Patrick O'Sullivan for helping get the word out on campus and bringing pocket constitutions that are in the back. And if anyone here who's a law student is interested in signing up for the Federalist Society, there are some sign-up sheets on the back table as well, and just a ton of good stuff from JMI as well. Now, it is my pleasure to welcome Florida Supreme Court Chief Justice Charles Canady. Chief Justice Canady is giving a speech tonight entitled Constitutional Government and the Rule of Law, and it is hard to think of someone more qualified to give it. Through his career, the Chief Justice has served in all 3 branches of government, giving him a unique insight into the way our constitutional government is run. He began his career in public office by first serving as a member of the Florida House of Representatives, and then he was elected as the representative for the Florida's 12th District in the U.S. House of Representatives. After serving in the House, the Chief Justice became Governor Jeb Bush's general counsel and was then appointed by the governor to the 2nd Florida District Court of Appeals. He was then appointed to the Florida Supreme Court by Governor Charlie Crist and became the 54th Chief Justice of the Florida Supreme Court on July 1st of this year. After the Chief Justice concludes his remarks tonight, he will be giving a Q&A, so feel free to ask questions. Thank you for coming tonight to our Constitution Day celebration, and now it is my pleasure to welcome Chief Justice Charles Canady.